Hello and welcome to VETS 121 or Intro to Veterinary Science and Care. My name is Laura Riviere and I will be your instructor this semester. So what I try to do at the beginning of each week is just put together a short intro video for you to point out assignments for that week, important reminders, anything like that. And so this first one, I try to keep them to 5 minutes or less. This first one's probably going to be a little bit longer just because this is our first week and you guys are getting situated in the class. Some of you may or may not have experience with the learning management system we use, Brightspace. So this is also kind of my time to help you find the information you need to navigate the course. Okay, so to start off, I'm on the home page. You can see down here, there's a little widget, so you have easy access to some of the material that's available. Your other option is to just go under content and find it that way, which is my preference. Announcements over here. So just a reminder, it's very important that you check your student email on a regular basis. I send out weekly announcements to the class with important information. If there's any changes to the schedule, anything that comes up, I will send out an announcement to the entire class. So do be sure that you check your email regularly. So announcements go to your student email, but they will also always live here. So if something goes out and for some reason you're recalling information from a class, but you can't find it in your email, all announcements that go out will always live here, so there's a reference point for you. Okay, so I'm going to take you into the content of the course and just show you a little bit how things are organized. So over on the left-hand side here, you can see there's a table of contents. The information, kind of a lot of the intro information for this course is already available to you, as well as week one. Okay, you'll notice at the top here I put due dates for the class. So there'll always be whatever is a graded assignment, you'll see those kind of highlighted at the top. There's also a class schedule in the table of contents you will find with all of the assignments and due dates as well. So here, this is just for you to quickly kind of glance at, see what your week looks like as far as what you have for graded assignments, and then that's where this intro video lives as well. Okay, so over on the left here, you should have got the welcome message from me in your email, and so you're going to want to come over here and just go through some of the resources that are there. So you have VetSci student resources, study tools and resources for this class itself. Under welcome here, you're going to find some information about myself and the course. The course syllabus is located here. Do be sure to read through that thoroughly. The quiz that is in week one is based off of the syllabus, so do look it over. It is posted as a PDF, and then you'll see when you get in there that it is actually broken down into chunks for you to better access. So it's at the top here, and then course description, learning objectives, grading criteria, and more, okay, including course materials. Okay, as mentioned, class schedule is posted, so this is subject to change, but this kind of gives you an overview of the topics that we will be covering weeks 1 through 15. We do have 2 breaks this semester, so we have basically 5 weeks of classes, a week off, 5 weeks of classes, and another week off, and then you get to the end of the semester. So that is a general schedule. Look it over. All of the dates are there. So kind of get a feel for how this class is organized. Okay, office hours are posted. So I have office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 12. I do all of my scheduling through Starfish. So once you get to week 1, you'll learn about what Starfish is and you can access your account. But this is where you will make appointments with me, with your advisor, with other instructors. So these are my office hours that seem to work pretty well with students at this point, but I'm always willing to meet with students outside of the class. So just email me a couple alternative times and we'll figure out a meeting time if Tuesday and Thursday does not work for you. Okay? And over here, there's some more help and resources, campus-wide resources for you. And then the first thing you're going to do is do a getting to know you icebreaker for the class. So this should be fun, very low stakes. Just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, and if you want to include a picture, that's great. If you want to share pictures of your pets, I highly encourage you to do that. So hopefully this is kind of fun. You'll get to meet some of your classmates and kind of start things off here. Okay? So that's one. That is discussion one that you will be doing. Um, I'll point out that I have the class community ask a question open for the first 2 weeks of classes. So you can view this, all of your peers can view this. Typically, students have more questions in the first couple weeks as they kind of get settled and comfortable. You're always welcome to email me individually, but chances are if you have a question, especially as things just get started, if you have a question, somebody else does as well. So everyone in the class, myself, and every student has access to this. You can read the questions and answers, and everyone can kind of benefit from it. Okay, so weeks will open on Saturdays, and so you have a little bit more than a week to look at materials and complete assignments. Okay, so how I have this class organized is there are quite a few discussions. There's like 15 discussions in this class. And so if there is a discussion, it will always be due on Thursday. So you know, or you should know, or get in the habit of looking to see if there's discussions, what assignments, and what quizzes for that week. So discussions will always be due on Thursday. This is intentional so that students get in, start looking at material, and participate in the discussion. Some of them are not, some of them are a little bit more lengthy than others, but some of them it's just, a couple short videos and some questions to answer and things like that. So those are always going to be due on Thursday, and then Sunday, any assignments and or quizzes will be due by the end of Sunday. So when I say the end of Sunday or Thursday, it's 11:59 p.m. Okay, so that's what you should expect from me every week. So most weeks there are discussions, but not always. Some weeks there's a break from discussions, but you'll have a couple assignments and a quiz. There might be, there's a break here and there from quizzes as well. Okay. So you can start looking over material for this week. So in addition to the icebreaker, you have one discussion due by the end of January 22nd on Thursday. There is starfish information for you to go over. There's a link here where you can access your account and start checking that over. You have assignment one. This is again another low stakes assignment, so I just want to make sure that you are all able to create a Word or Google document, save it, and submit it. It might seem pretty simple, and it's probably going to be pretty easy, but some students, if they've never done it before, I just want to make sure that you're able to do this before things really get going and you're having to submit assignments for multiple classes. Okay, so if you have any issues, this is a time to ask me questions, get it sorted out. And then there's one quiz. So there's only 5 questions on this quiz this week. And it's all based on the course and instructor information or what you will be able to find in the syllabus. Okay, so this week is really, I intentionally set it up so it's kind of eases you into things. There's a lot of information to look over, get comfortable in the course. Reach out with questions. This is time for you, if you haven't already gotten your textbooks, this is time for you to get those textbooks because you will need them starting in week 2. Okay, so want to make sure that you can navigate Brightspace well, that you're able to submit assignments, take a quiz, things like that, ask questions. Okay, use that chat when it opens on Monday the 19th. Again, it will be open for 2 weeks, but you can email me individually too if needed.